G'day, today we're going to play the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Lisbon. So, we have unlimited road tiles, more trees can't be destroyed, start with 4 roundabouts. Whoa, what a treat with those roundabouts. Unlimited road, so I could do the block everything out way that I approach this sometimes. Well, I'm not gonna. I don't think that it's as useful as it seems to be stressful for people to have to watch me do. So with that in mind, I will just leave it be. Just merrily play it as it lies. I'm sure I like the way that I've done that with these houses. I'm gonna flip them the other way. Oh, forget everything I said. Flipping them back. Mainly it was that I didn't want to have them just running along the coastline, because assumably we're going to get islands to the south of here. And I'm going to need to access coastline for those. It's obviously great that we've already got a double destination here. It's generally going to be a good chance of being our downfall. Luckily, those are 2 very close blue houses. Treat ourselves with starting off here. Be nice to have roundabouts in. But, play without for now. Get rid of that roundabout, because otherwise we'd have to work around it. A roundabout in here anywhere? Oh, we're gonna have to go back. Okay, so don't love that that guy would be acting in a weird way, so we'll flip them like that. Giving myself this route to allow me to get this guy connected if I needed to. Really no harm in doing it since we've got unlimited road tiles. Definitely we want to stack bridges as much as we can. Great placement of that blue house. Could use a bridge to have these yellows like dip under him, give him the shorter route. But the next island is already starting to be visible, so I feel like I'm gonna need bridges soon. And since there's no real benefit to bridges or motorways in this one, that I'm only gonna get them as they sort of come. Probably do need to wait. Get rid of that road. That's our alternative option. Looks really ugly though. Hey. Alright, pause. Let's do this. Let's cut those guys that way, and then we'll get that guy that way. That guy that way, and we'll let these two go that way. Even without doing any blocking, we're still pretty good in terms of like how close everyone is to their destination. Some problems, I guess, like doesn't seem like there's a lot of room for pink houses there. They could end up getting awkward quickly. Very quickly, apparently. Very quickly. Just makeshift give him that for now. Very quickly. At least what we could do is cut this guy that way. This could cut down. Pink's not looking great. Distance from those two central pink up houses here to this far right destination aren't too bad. It's just obviously blue's running between them. One or the other of them could really get a motorway to try and solve that a little bit. But I think with that pink guy on the right, he's got enough houses that you can see that the three houses at the back aren't really having to come into play much at all. So... Alright, let's pause for a second. Let's give both of these guys motorways. Motorways, roundabouts. It is tempting to run just a motorway from one. I decided those guys need to be dipped up. We need pink down the bottom too. It's a really inconvenient spot to have myself the pink. Green guy connecting there. Just try this. Let's go motorway from there to there. And then we'll go motorway from there to... I don't like this setup at all that I've got going on the islands. I Really, I've got enough motorways that I don't need to be doing this. These yellow placements are really random. Sort of real scattering up here for yellow. A bit skimp for some of these circular destinations and how many houses they've got. Like, our long-term success is going to be a problem with that. That's what we really want to see from red. Two more red houses on this North Island. Actually, I'm going to say one more house on that red North Island, and I'll get rid of red's use of this motorway. Oh, you know how to hurt me, green. Too yellow. Too blue. Also, I think we've got to cut that way for green. Alright, now we've got a little blue community over here. We've also got this yellow house that can come help this guy out. This motorway is just... you're doing that long shot for me. Don't have any bridges at the moment either. But I reckon a bridge would help us clear up some of this mess too. If I can get a bridge and run him down that way and then across here, that's close enough for this guy to operate. But we don't need to use this road here. This is awful. That for now, I guess. Such a long way to go for those 4 blue houses to have to look after 2 different places. I mean, I can't believe that there's 2 guys still at home in those 4 houses. Suddenly won't be soon. And you can already see how slow this roundabout in the bottom right's going. This green needs to be separated out. A big problem. Killer. Any round where we don't get a motorway or a bridge is really what's going to sink us here, I'd say. Let's try and think about some things that we can do to clean this up. I feel like that. Okay, that guy's alright, because he can come and help out with this. Really means that red doesn't need to be a part of this anymore, I don't think. Red is more just here for the for this guy at the top. Sorry, there is one blue house here too on this road that's also coming over to help out. The fact that that's stopping... Oh, did not mean to do that. The fact that that's stopping is a problem. Alright, let's get rid of that and make that guy do that. He can just be a straight shot through, trying to reduce the stress on this roundabout. I've accidentally knocked that out as well. Won't help anyone. Motorway. So we've got 2 motorways now. So, let's get rid of green connecting into... Oh. Now let's leave this green connecting into there. Let's get rid of that. And instead turn these guys around. And have them... Well, they can't... It's going to have them just make a over bridge. They can't do that, so we'll give them a motorway. I'm going to hop that way. These guys here are going to be using this. Now that we've got rid of that primary entrance, I'm just going to connect these guys back this way. It does create a problem that there's not enough red here, but potentially what it is, it's going to reduce the amount of stress on this roundabout that might like allow them to move a little bit quicker. Interestingly, there's no greens at home here at all at the moment. It's a hard read. Guys are finally getting home. Starting to help out here. This guy is just starting to sink. All of the red houses are here. So I guess we're going to have to do that. You can see how many reds suddenly surged to go help out. So that's how far behind this guy is. Again, I've got 2 extra motorways. What am I doing? Let's cut them down. There. That. There. Get rid of that. What we have done too, though, in this is I've disconnected blue. Oh no, blue's coming in up here. But we need more blue. Goodness. Alright. Really can't adjust that bridge without losing that bridge. Those 2 guys aren't in too much danger though, so let's that. Wait for the bridge to come in. Another green over here. This is another green. This is a mess. Alright. Get rid of that road and that road. Connect those 2 guys. Let's just put a motorway here. Those guys for now. Though really, and this also doesn't make sense in a layout choice that I've made. Get rid of that. Just like that and put it... Can't move it there because the roundabout's there. That's killer things about a roundabout. So that you can't sort of maneuver around it. Let's move those guys there. Let's get rid of this and hop it. Doesn't need to be up there. Let's hop it to here. Who's that? This guy? Again, it's just his roundabout. So what we're attempting to do here is clean out these roundabouts that are just causing problems. So again, let's move that to there. Can I put a roundabout somewhere here? No. Because the thing about this is that can go there. Like, the reds don't need to be part of this setup. Problem is, a lot of these things will just sit there, frozen, on a roundabout. Like, people deem that you can't actually move through where a roundabout is. So they just sit there, like, dumbstruck, waiting for something to happen. So, these guys say here, there's no one yellow is moving, because they're like, well, that's not available. These greens aren't moving because this roundabout's still there. I can't build around it because I have no motorways at the moment. Still waiting for this bridge to come back. I don't know where that guy's going away. He's still got the right to travel on a bridge. Oh, he's going up here. I think I've got to concede that we're not getting that bridge back anytime soon. We'll just leave it where it is. Then these yellows actually might start to come again. Okay, good. So that was the problem for them. Major issues for blue, in that we're not giving them anywhere near enough support. But again, we still haven't got enough connections to get over to them. This guy hasn't moved, I think, because we're still waiting for the roundabout to go away. Someone must still be waiting to use these blues, maybe. So all of these greens are just sitting there waiting for their job to come out over here. So hopefully these two guys flick through and then we're done. Good, so these guys can now go. These greens here, it's too late, but we've got a motorway. So if we're lucky, ask these two guys to come down and help. Hopefully, like, just hold up until these guys all get through, which is its own mess. These reds still haven't started going. There we go, finally they'll join the party. Reds up here I've completely disregarded because forgot about them too. This guy here, he still just needs help. We can turn all of these guys around. Them to wander all the way through, get over here. Could be too little too late for those guys. Get a roundabout in here. And again, it's just not what we want. What we want is we want these guys to be connected. The nonsense thing that I've done here is I've got this connected all the way back here because that's what I had to do in order to get this guy still talking to it. There's currently no one on that bridge. No, who's using that bridge at the moment? These cars. So I've just set these guys all in motion, which is a nightmare because then they're going to cut across this guy, whereas I could have had them go up and go around green. Whereas these two guys that are in absolute danger are going to now be so problematic. Everything's problematic. I need more blue houses. No, keep that. Cut that up that way to allow this guy to cut through. Allows them to build this, and then we can get 2 more blue houses just helping out. Nowhere near is this going to be soon enough for this guy down here. This road is an absolute mess to maneuver. This is a terrible game. Just terrible. I can't see this blue guy here surviving. I just don't have enough blue houses pointing over here. They are flirting with the end. Is there a motorway that I've used that I just needed to use briefly for anything? It is ridiculous that these two guys have the job. We'll give them a third one of looking after this guy, and that he's also doing fine. Unsurprisingly, that guy's doing terrible. Yellow's sort of getting recovered. It's mainly this guy here, and I just don't have any blue. Alright. Is there any way I can connect? Those trees are blocking all routes that these 3 blue houses could get over here. This is my temporary. This is my temporary, so I can get rid of that. Okay. So if we cut this down, That doesn't help those guys become a bigger group. I'll do that. Gonna hang out for these two guys to come back. Got these houses coming in, but we've also disconnected red here from this network. 1, 2 greenhouses. Here, there's a yellow house also taking advantage there. Great, so what we can do now is we can get these two guys across here. Now, hopefully they're going to go for this closer house. There's no guarantee they will. They might swing up and go look after this other guy. But, okay, bridge, pause. Bridge. Now, I can't use a bridge to allow these reds to skip over here. Essentially what we need is to give those reds a temporary motorway to allow them to skip over there. So what we could do is we can give these guys a bridge. Get rid of that. And then they're all going to go this way. Still don't think I've got enough houses looking after these guys either. It doesn't seem like enough. 2 destinations. But what we're attempting to do here is we're just trying to reclaim that motorway. We've got that motorway. So now what we can do is we can go motorway 1 from there to there. We can say, get rid of that bridge. Just waiting for these guys who ideally will get rid of that log jam, which is basically the reason we want to get rid of that. Great, so then we can get rid of that and do that. That's what we needed, that guy to go circular. Okay. So let's do a quick little swap. We don't have an extra motorway in order to do it, but both of these blues are in really good shape at the moment. I'm going to move that motorway to there. That's more central to the two of them, as opposed to any individual one of them enjoying it. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to leave these 2 blue houses just helping out at the moment. Until that motorway moves, 2 guys will continue to stay connected to this network. Done. Alright, so let's get rid of those 2 guys. This yellow down the bottom here is still running off 1 house, by the way, while this guy over here has got army. Okay. With the gap that we have here, I'm going to run this road that way. And I'm going to disconnect green otherwise. So now, this guy's also in a really good stead, so I'm going to adjust him to basically just be exactly where we want that should be. I can't believe we're still alive. Yeah, we definitely put through some stuff there. I'm just going to flip these guys up so that we can include this guy at the back here. Might open us up some more like well-placed houses in the central section. Right, the bridge. Okay. This yellow here, you can go up because that's part of helping out this circular guy here. Now the big problem that we have is blue. I don't feel like we've got that many blue houses. And we need just a group of 2 or 3 that can help split out one of these 2 guys. There's no real way to get yellow to his houses without using Blue's road. So we got Blue to fling all the way back up that way. Interesting development if we get like an orange neighborhood here. Red up the top here is struggling more than I'd expect him to. This yellow here is actually causing problems, so I'm going to make him go all the way around the top. I can't imagine I can fit him both anyway, but... trying to streamline that. Moving in there to fix that up. Okay, now we're getting flush for bridges. Don't love that this yellow house in the bottom left is still running on one house. Let's take this road here. We'll bring these guys down that way. Help him out. This orange over here is surprisingly struggling. Let's connect that to give him more houses. Tiny little blue neighborhood in a really inconvenient spot here. Oh, wow, I think that guy should be covered. I can't believe how bad this orange is doing. I mean, orange is just struggling in both spots. It's only got the 2 destinations, so when it's going to get pushed, it's going to struggle for the lack of locations it's got. If everyone's out over here, I could, like, do that. These guys want to come help, but you can see none of them are moving, so obviously there's no excess demand of what they've got. This pink is starting to win the battle here with all his extra houses gained. Yeah, we are getting a bit flush from motorways now too, which is quite nice. So what we can do is we can disconnect these guys, that, this, and that, that, and that. And so this is going to give us 3 reds, a whole bunch of yellows, put them a motorway there, and drop them to... too far back. It's fine. All of that. Don't need that. Oh, OS 6. Pop them to there. Let's add that extra red house to those 2 yellows. Let's get more. Who's that absolutely panicking? It's this red up here. The red house to get in there. Oh good, we've got a yellow house there, so got extra support for that guy. Yellow's also panicking on this side, so we've got a lot of recovering to do over there. Red down here is also panicking. I don't know if it's worth getting this house to sort of run in, or if he's just going to cause like grief making that an intersection. Get him to not be connected to an existing road. With that, in which case we can burn one of our extra bridges and go that way. Okay. This pink here, I'm going to finally give him motorway to try and speed up their progress. Does mean that these guys can come in and back up that blue. That ever comes up as a thing. Both of these reds are struggling. That red at the top is actually starting to win back, so it's just as long as we can win the battle with this guy down the bottom. As long as this isn't causing him an issue. I feel like it is. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, this yellow here's starting to struggle. He's only got 2 houses. So I feel like he's justified in his struggles. We don't have any more motorways. Can we fit a roundabout somewhere? No. Alright, yellow's sitting back here, not getting used. So what we could do... that. And these guys can all like go chip in for him as well. Could go either way. So what we can do is we can make these 5 guys, get them to very sneakily run all the way there as well. You see none of these yellows are on the move. So that must mean that there are pretty smitten with the amount of houses we've got coming from over here. This pink dude here is not happy. These reds don't seem like they're ever going to be happy ever again. Maybe I should just reconnect these 2 guys. That's not the change we were looking for. It does feel like we're now at that point where we just break. We have a lot of pink houses at the back here that aren't getting used for anything. Let's connect them onto this yellow auxiliary road and get them there so they can hop over if needed. It's either nightmare intersection that this guy's got going on. But again, there's no real way we can sneak in a roundabout. Okay, let's pause for a second. Put that there. Let's send that guy that way. Hello, weak. But the problem is I can't get another angle out this way. Like I need these 4 guys to sort of be up here and then going in that way somewhere. What we can do is that, and then these guys will run across the back there. Then that means that these guys, this just becomes a smooth road as opposed to an intersection. Doesn't matter because we lost that guy. I totally lost focus on. But we looked like we were done for at 1700, so to pull that back to 4-5, I'm pretty happy with. So 5 days left in this one. I am the 1%. I'm 17. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, I see you there, late 555. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.